representing all things dog blog, continuing our series on yoga for dogs with Nikki B, my furry friend. Now, as you remember in our last video, we left off demonstrating the side angle pose, okay? So this is going to conclude our sun salutation, but I really want to work through it a couple times, demonstrating and talking you guys through it just so you get a better idea of how it should flow from one pose to the next, okay? And then we'll transition to the next pose of our series, which is going to be a balancing pose. I've chosen the balancing airplane pose for us because hopefully we'll be able to incorporate our furry friends into that pose. So before I talk about the balancing pose, let's first just quickly run through that sun salutation a couple times. I'll do it one time through bringing the right foot forward, and then I'll do it another time through bringing the left foot forward. Okay, now I'm going to move through the poses quickly. So I'm going to move with the breath, one pose for one breath. But certainly, I'm just a guide, okay? I'm just here to give you my tips and share what works for me. But certainly, if you're feeling good in one of those poses and you don't want to move after one breath, please hold it. You know, just do what feels best for your body. Okay, personalizing your practice is going to be more beneficial all around. So I just wanted to make sure I clarified that. So now, beginning in this mountain pose at the front of the mat, let's go ahead and just take one full breath here. And then we can inhale, bring the arms up over the head. And then exhale, we'll swan dive to forward fold. Full breath here. Next pose, we'll inhale to monkey, flattening the back. And then exhaling, either stepping or jumping to down dog. And we can hold this for a full breath. Next inhale, we'll transition to the plank pose. Again, feeling free to drop the knees if that feels better. Exhaling down. Inhaling to up dog. Notice I flipped the feet. And then I'm going to flip the feet again before I exhale to down dog. Full breath here. Inhaling, we'll turn the head so we can see the hands. And we'll exhale and bring the right foot forward, turning the left foot out. Slowly coming up to warrior one. Full breath here. One more inhale. And exhale, warrior two. Again, always feeling free to incorporate the dog into the pose if he or she is small enough and is in the mood for it today. And after a full breath here, we'll transition to the side angle pose on the next exhale of the breath. And we'll hold it for a full breath. One last inhale. And exhaling, we'll slowly come out of the pose, shifting the hips forward and then rotating that back foot so the toes face the front of the mat before we bring it back to down dog for a full breath. Next inhale, we'll turn so we can see the hands. And then we can either walk the feet to the front of the mat or we can hop. And we'll take a full breath and forward fold. Next inhale, flattening the back parallel to the floor for monkey pose. Exhaling down. Beginning to rise up as we exhale. And as the arms come up, we'll inhale. And we'll exhale back to mountain pose. I'm going to take a resting breath here before we delve into it on the next side. And on the next inhale, we can bring the arms back up to standing mountain. Exhaling, swan diving to forward fold for a full breath. Inhaling to monkey. And exhaling to down dog. Excuse me, Nikki. Full breath here. Next inhale, come to that plank position. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Flipping the feet and exhaling back to down dog for full breath. Inhaling, turning the head. And this time when we exhale, we'll bring that left foot forward for warrior one. Full breath. One more inhale. And exhaling. Shifting the hips to the side. Dropping the arms to warrior two for a full breath. Next exhale, windmilling the arms to the side angle pose for a full breath. And exhaling all the way back to down dog. Turning that back foot before we transition to down dog for a full breath. Inhale, go ahead and look at the hands. Exhale, walk or jump to the front of the mat for a forward fold for a full breath. Inhaling monkey. Exhaling forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Inhaling as the arms come up. And exhaling back to prayer. Okay, so now we're ready for our balancing pose. So now this is one that we can try and place our dog on the small of our backs. Okay, and we could keep the hands on the shins, or we could bring the hands by the side of the body, or if we're feeling really balanced, we could try bringing the arms forward, kind of making a tunnel. Okay, with the palms facing each other. Of course, the trick is going to be incorporating the one-legged balance. Okay, so if we wanted to try and take it to the next level, we could try lifting first. Well, I started with my left. Maybe holding it for 3 to 5 breaths. And then shaking it out before we switch sides. Okay, and I'll try and see if Nikki B will want to help me demonstrate this airplane pose. Good girl, Nikki. Look at you. Okay, so now I'll try lifting the right leg. And then, you know what? You could keep the arms forward or on the side. 3 to 5 deep breaths. You're doing so well, Nikki. And then slowly coming out of the pose. On the exhale of the breath. Good girl, Nikki. Thank you. And then go ahead and shake it out, okay? So, lots of different options there with the airplane pose. Go ahead and experiment with it. See what feels best for you and your pooch today. And thanks for watching with us. Stay tuned for our next pose in our Yoga for Dogs routine. Namaste.